Pedro Luis Lazo was born on January 19, 1973, in the picturesque town of Havana, Cuba. Growing up in a country with an unwavering passion for baseball, Lazo's early years were heavily influenced by the sport. His family had little involvement in baseball, but Lazo found himself gravitating toward the sport, which was the heartbeat of Cuban culture. From a young age, Lazo demonstrated exceptional athletic ability, which quickly caught the attention of his local community. Lazo's entry into the world of baseball began with the local youth leagues, where his talent was immediately evident. Possessing a natural arm and remarkable mechanics for a pitcher, he quickly advanced through the ranks. His rise to prominence in Cuba's baseball system was swift. At the age of 16, Lazo was already competing with older players, showing his impressive skill set and the potential to dominate on the national stage. By his late teens, Lazo was considered one of the top young prospects in Cuba, drawing attention from scouts and coaches who believed he was destined for greatness. The young Lazo's talent on the mound set him apart, and he soon joined the prestigious Havana Industriales team, one of the most successful and storied clubs in the Cuban National Series, Serie Nacional. It was with the Industriales that Lazo began to develop into a dominant force on the mound. His fastball, which could exceed 90 miles per hour, became his primary weapon. Alongside his curveball and changeup, Lazo was rapidly emerging as one of the best pitchers in the country. Peak of career. Dominance in Cuban baseball. Lazo's career peaked during the late 1990s and early 2000s, a period when he became one of the most dominant pitchers in Cuban baseball history. His mastery of the mound and ability to outmatch batters earned him a reputation as one of the top pitchers not only in Cuba but across the international baseball community. It was during this time that Lazo truly solidified his status as a Cuban baseball icon. One of Lazo's key strengths was his consistency. Throughout his career, he consistently ranked as one of the best pitchers in the Cuban National Series, achieving numerous accolades for his performances. In the late 1990s, he became the ace of the Havana Industriales and led them to several league championships. His ability to win crucial games in high-pressure situations was a trademark of his career. One of the defining moments of Lazo's peak came during the 1999 Cuban National Series, where he put together an unforgettable performance. That season, he posted an impressive ERA and dominated hitters with his combination of speed, control, and mental toughness. He was named the Cuban National Series Pitcher of the Year, a title that recognized his excellence on the mound and affirmed his status as one of Cuba's best. His performances in the Serie Nacional were nothing short of spectacular, and it was clear that Lazo was destined for even greater things in the international scene. Lazo's international success also reached unprecedented heights during this period. He was a pivotal member of the Cuban national baseball team, contributing to Cuba's dominance in international competitions. He represented Cuba in several baseball World Cups, Pan American Games, and the Olympic Games, consistently delivering exceptional performances on the international stage. One of his most memorable achievements came at the 2004 Athens Olympics, where he helped lead the Cuban team to a gold medal, solidifying his place as one of the greats of the sport. His dominance in international play continued through the 2000s, with Lazo playing a vital role in Cuba's continued success in the World Baseball Classic and other international events. His ability to pitch effectively under pressure and his resilience against the world's best hitters made him an invaluable asset to the Cuban national team. The international recognition of his talents earned him the respect of fans and players around the globe. Main achievements. Pedro Luis Lazo's career was filled with a series of remarkable achievements that cemented his status as one of the most influential figures in the history of Cuban baseball. His contributions to the Cuban National Series and the Cuban national team made him a legend in his home country, and his international success further elevated his standing in the baseball world. Cuban National Series championships. Throughout his career in the Serie Nacional, Lazo led the Havana Industriales to multiple championships, further establishing himself as one of the country's most successful pitchers. His leadership on the mound was key to his team's success, and he was instrumental in their dominance during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Pitcher of the Year awards. Lazo's exceptional performance in the Cuban National Series earned him the coveted title of Pitcher of the Year multiple times. His ERA, strikeout totals, and ability to dominate opposing batters made him a perennial candidate for this prestigious award. Olympic gold medal, 2004. Lazo's crowning achievement came at the 2004 Athens Olympics, where he played a pivotal role in leading the Cuban national baseball team to the gold medal. His performances in the tournament, including a dominant showing in the final, helped secure Cuba's victory and solidified his place as one of the greatest pitchers of his generation. World Cup and Pan American Games. Success. Lazo's international success extended beyond the Olympics. He helped Cuba win numerous World Cup titles and Pan American Games gold medals, contributing to the island nation's status as a baseball powerhouse. His ability to perform under the spotlight of international competition made him a critical part of Cuba's continued dominance in world baseball. Career longevity. Lazo's career spanned over 2 decades, a testament to his skill and adaptability. Despite facing injuries and the challenges of an evolving game, he maintained a high level of performance throughout his career, consistently competing at the highest level and continuing to be a dominant force in Cuban baseball until his final years. Strikeouts and career milestones. Lazo ended his career with an impressive number of strikeouts and a reputation for being a pitcher who could dominate even the toughest opponents. His ability to shut down opponents with his fastball and control was unrivaled in Cuban baseball. Last years and retirement. As Lazo entered his mid-30s, the physical toll of years of elite-level pitching began to show. Injuries, particularly to his arm and shoulder, began to affect his performance. However, Lazo continued to play with determination, his love for the game evident as he battled through the challenges of aging. He remained a key player for the Havana Industriales, though his appearances became less frequent, and his role shifted from ace starter to a more mentor-like figure in the locker room. In the early 2010s, it became clear that Lazo's career was drawing to a close. In 2012, he officially announced his retirement from the Cuban National Series after an extraordinary 20-year career. His departure from the game left a massive void in Cuban baseball. But his legacy remained intact. Lazo was remembered not only for his accomplishments on the field but also for his leadership, sportsmanship, and dedication to the game. Following his retirement, Lazo continued to stay involved in Cuban baseball. He took on coaching roles and worked as a mentor to younger pitchers, sharing his knowledge of the game with the next generation of Cuban baseball players. His wisdom and experience made him an invaluable resource for the younger players, who looked up to him as a role model. Lazo also became involved in various charitable efforts in Cuba, using his status as a national hero to give back to his community. His focus on developing baseball at the grassroots level and his efforts to improve the sports infrastructure in Cuba were central to his post-retirement life. His enduring love for baseball and his desire to see the sport thrive in Cuba led him to invest time and energy into nurturing the next generation of players.